All right, we are live. Welcome everyone. Let me just adjust my screen here. When you come here, say hello. Big welcome. Let me turn on the Instagram and we're gonna go live in both places. All right, so I believe we are live in both places. We are both on Instagram and also on Facebook. Big welcome. You are with me on Energetic TV, Energetic Business TV. I am Patricia Missakian. I'm the founder of the Akashic Records Institute, and I help healers and coaches scale their one-on-one practice to profitable group programs while building a legacy in alignment with your purpose. So a few notes, when you come here, say hello, let me know where you're watching from, if you're coming live or if you're watching the replay. I would love to hear where are you watching from too. Welcome if you are on Instagram too. So forgive me if I'm looking at two different places. I have Facebook and Instagram. So today I wanted to give you two reminders. Reminder number one is that our energetic business breakthrough workshop, it's coming soon. It's going to happen on September 7, and it's 5 days of powerful classes that is going to help you to shift how you're holding yourself and your business. We're going to work on client attraction and also creating a business in alignment with your legacy. So make sure to put on your calendar. It starts on September 7, 8 a.m. every day, and we're gonna have gonna be for 5 days, and we're gonna have a lot of bonus classes. So we are this whole workshop. It's completely free, and it happens inside our Facebook group, Energetic Business Breakthrough. So if you're here on Instagram, just put hashtag Facebook group, that my team is gonna come and send you the private invite to join us in the group. And then the second thing is that I wanted to invite you, if you're here watching live, just write below, type below, hashtag pay attention. Hashtag pay attention. This is my big aha that I always bring to my students, the advantage of working online and being able to receive training and listen again. Every time you listen, you are able to receive and absorb more and more. So we've been teaching here in the Akashic Records Institute, Akashic Records, and how to do group Akashic clearings for over 7 years. And there is a lot of people ask us, like, well, don't you teach on in person? And the reason that we actually, we do have retreats in person, but when you are learning something that it's so powerful and so in depth, like Akashic Records and working with healing and groups, anytime you go to a weekend class, you will absorb like 20%. But then you wanted to go deeper, and the more you listen again, deeper can the learning and the energy can settle in. So you have the advantage being here in the Energetic Business Breakthrough to listen to those classes, to listen to our trainings every Sunday. We open the energy for the week, so it's a powerful opportunity for you to tune in to what are you creating, what are your desires, and anchor the identity of the you that already created and manifested what you want. Because I come from the perspective that you cannot manifest what you don't have. You manifest who you are being. So when you know that where you are today is not exactly where you want to be, you need to anchor that identity for the you of today, so you can think different, so you can take different actions to create the life that you're meant to live. So put hashtag pay attention and hashtag anchoring right now below, and I'm going to explain what this is. At the end of our class today, I want to invite you to come back and put in the comments below this video what was the biggest aha for you for our class today. Today we're going to talk about charging more gets better results for your clients. Doubt me? So listen in. So come closer. So we're going to talk all about the money mindset and self-worth and all that scale of things that come from shifting your relationship with money. So at the end of the class or at any time that something comes in that you're like, brings that big aha for you, just put hashtag anchoring and let me know what that is. And then every Saturday, we are going to look at everyone that commented in the video of either Tuesday in our Akashic TV that happens every Tuesday here in the group, or the Energetics Business TV that happens every Thursday, and we're going to draw, we're going to draw one person that is going to win one giveaway for a healing session. I have been delivering powerful Akashic clearing sessions where I connect to the Akashic records of those present and those that will be coming, aka you, to receive the session. And if you are one of the lucky winners, I'm going to tune in to you, and I'm going to tune into what is the Akashic clearing that is going to support you at this time. I've been delivering Akashic clearings for over 7 years, once a week. So we have these huge resources, this huge library. And when I intuitively tune into you, you're going to listen to the session and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, Patricia did this session for me. Is that powerful? So just put hashtag I'm in, and at the end of our call today, I wanted to invite you to put hashtag anchoring and what was, from everything that came through for you, what was the most important part of the training today. So we have a great group. So good to see you guys here. June and Shannon from our Akashic training, and Jasmine from Legacy Accelerator. So cool to see my clients, my students, Vet from the training, the Akashic training. Yahoo! Good to see you guys here. Let me, okay, it's a little small. Let me make it a little bigger so I can see you. Geronda, welcome. So good, awesome. So just put your hashtag anchoring as soon as you listen something that is important for you. And once again, big welcome. And today we are talking about charging more gets better results for your clients. So want to give also a big shout out for Cine from my Akashic team. Cine has been in touch with you. So if you haven't responded to Cine comments, Cine always, Facebook sometimes hides her welcome. Cine is welcoming everyone in the group and supporting you. There is specific questions that we ask you when you join the group, and also in the conversation with Cine. And so it's important that you understand that everything that I bring for you is based on the conversations that Cine is having with those of you that are answering her. So if you make the point to join this group, first of all, we appreciate you, because nowadays there is so many places that you can put your energy. There is so many groups out there on Facebook. So you saw something here. So trust that gut instinct that brought you here, and make sure that you can take 100% advantage to it. So when Cine is messaging you, she is checking in what is that supports you. And those classes that happen on Thursday, it's based on what we hear from you. So Cine asked me today to do a class on exactly that, money mindset. So many of you have been speaking with Cine and saying that the biggest struggle for you in your business right now is charging more for your services, and also your relationship with your worth and feeling confident in what it is that you are, in the beautiful gift that you're here to give to your clients and those that are here to support you, right? So there is a lot to talk about. Those of you that don't know me, I come from, I come from marketing and energy, right? I had, for the longest time, I had a healing business. That's where it got me into this path. I specialized in craniosacral therapy, and from there, through doing craniosacral, I started connecting to the Akashic records of the body of my clients, and that took me into this path of research in the Akashic Records, where I've been offering healing and Akashic Records sessions for over 20 years, and I've been teaching Akashic Records for over 7 years. So I may know a little bit here and there about how to create a successful business, how to get out of your way, how to develop confidence, and this unshakable trust in your gifts and what you're here to do and to give to others. So you are in a perfect place for support you and shift how you hold yourself, how you holding your services, and how you're holding the depth of transformation that you can give to those that are ready to work with you. It really comes down to the way that you relate with yourself and the way that you relate with your gifts, and how you hold your confidence, your self-worth. Because if you don't truly trust, like really unshakable trust in your heart, in the gift that you have, and in what you learn, how do you expect that others will trust you too? So, and also, like, a lot of people, there is this misconception of, I'm starting my business now, so I'm gonna charge very little because I wanted to have lots of experiences. And the thing is, what this creates a cycle that keeps you stuck. Because if you're not charging enough in your business, what is going to happen is that you're not going to have enough money to invest in your business so you can grow your business and create your legacy. So it creates that catch-22 that you're not you're not working on yourself, you're not working on your self-worth, you're not developing your skills to be the person that can back up what you're charging. And then because of the self-worth, so it creates that, who comes first. I cannot invest in my business because I'm not charging enough, and then you simply stay stuck. And it's really important to understand that what got you here, wherever you are, right? If you take a moment, if you take a nice deep breath, and when you look around, right? If you follow me for a while, I'm always talking about that, right? If you look at your business right now, if you look at your home, if you look at who are the people that you're hanging out, what kinds of conversations you're having now, right? When you look at everything, you look at your bank account, every single thing that you created now in your business is based on your decisions, on your beliefs, and how you hold yourself and your value from the past. In order to shift the present, you need to shift who you're being, how you're holding yourself, how you're holding the services that you offer, how you're holding your business, and who is supporting you to shift, to get out of where you are, right? Something from either from within has to change, or something from outside has to come in to pull you up to the place that you wanted to go, right? So the biggest mistakes that business owners do is, wishing and hoping that continue doing the same actions, continue holding themselves in the same way and the business in the same way, and expecting that something is going to change, right? So because if you don't shift how you're holding yourself and what is possible, what do you think is going to change, right? So reality check here, hashtag reality check, right? So, and when you look through everything that you created through the lenses of the Akashic Records, you can have this, bigger view, the bigger perspective of, you can see where people are keeping themselves stuck, right? So understanding that the beliefs that you have right now and the emotions that you have about yourself, about your services, about your business, about what to charge, what not to charge in your services, based on your past experiences. So maybe you grew up in an environment where you saw your parents working really hard to make money, and then you have this belief that it's hard to make money, that you have to work really hard to make money. And the thing is, right now, these beliefs are keeping you stuck. Or you have experiences where your father had to leave you to go to work, right? But with a 4-year-old brain, you made an interpretation of that, like your father just abandoned you. So money abandoned that, so that would start a lot of, I'm not worthy of my father's love because he went to work. So all these things start like creating those barriers around you, and you think that you have this belief, I'm not worthy, so I have to charge little so people can come and work with me. And that is the biggest mistake that you can do, because number one, that keeps attracting the wrong energy. You're sending the wrong, you're sending the wrong energy out there, and you end up attracting people that reinforce that belief of self-worth. So let me share a little story that it's really going to help you to start, shifting how you see. I see, as you know, I have international business. I work both in Portuguese and in English. And I had one student in Brazil that comes, and in Brazil we have this, I would say, culture that is a very strong culture, where there is a lot of healing connected to some sort of religions, and there is that mindset that is not spiritual to charge for your services, right? So besides, so think about like your own stuff, your own beliefs about money, all these agreements created through your Akashic memories that you're not worthy, that, and then you put on top of that it's not, it's not spiritual to charge for your services. And so what happens is that creates all these, this bigger level of putting this guilt and putting shame into your own relationship with money, which is already not the greatest, right? So when people work with me, we start, I come from, besides working with the Akashic Records, working with energy, I have many certifications in money coach, because I see that is the biggest thing that holds entrepreneurs there to move forward in the business, to break down through the 6 figures, the multi-level 6 figures, or the 7 figures, right? It's kind of like that, it creates this bubble around you that, anytime you start expanding, you unconsciously create something to sabotage you, to go back to where you were, and then your ego says like, see, I told you, should not try that, because creates this whole, it's almost like this whole system, this machine that it's created energetically to keep you where you are. But when you get out of this bubble altogether, everything starts shifting for you. So this student of mine, at the time she came to a Akashic training with me, and she was very into that mentality. There wasn't spiritual to charge for your services. So she had a full-time job because she could not let go of her job to do what she was really big in her heart, which was doing healing and working with intuition in the Akashic Records. But she was stuck in a job because the healing work that she was doing was for free. So she basically, she would work full-time, and then at night she would do this healing and not charge for it, which will create this imprisonment to be stuck in the job that you hate, and you have this thing that you want to do and you can't do it, right? So luckily for her, she found a training and she worked with us. She learned how to access the Akashic Records. And one of the difference in our trainings is that both if you are in the Akashic Records certification or if you're in Legacy Accelerator, which the Legacy Accelerator is for those of you that wanted to work with group healings, how to launch your group healings and start creating that consistency in your business, which comes from working one-to-many. But at the time she was in the Akashic certification, and everything that you do, we're working on your mindset, right? So she started releasing those old agreements. She started clearing those, those money mindsets and everything, and she started to charge for her services. And what she noticed is like, everybody that was coming to her, that wanted her service for free, that also were not getting any results because they were getting their service for free. We will talk more about that today. But they were not getting results, and they were just, almost like creating that clutter in her time, in her agenda, in her calendar. And once we start working together, what happened is these people stopped coming to her. And in the beginning, she started freaking out. She was like, oh my gosh, now I don't have clients. And I'm like, wait, stay in the room, right? If you're my student, you heard me saying, stay in the room. Because every time you make a big shift, you need to allow space for the shift to settle in. And then she started attracting people that would pay with no question. We raised her prices, well, from zero to something, but then we started to continue raising her prices. And she started attracting more higher level clients, and then we start creating programs for her. So she was no longer working very hard to get one client here, one client there. She had a package of services, a 3-month service that she could offer. So 3 conversations, 3 clients that she would close, you make her like happy for like 3 months, right? And of course, with the consistency, she started attracting more clients. But the thing is that she shared, even though she was making more money, she was attracting more clients, she still attracted some, friends, their connections that were still used to her old self. And she told me a story that it was such a illuminating for her, that then the things that show up, you started getting more and more, healthier boundaries around your service and what you do and how you show up. So she had a conversation with someone that was used to come for free. And she told the person, yes, be happy to support you, but that is this investment for us to work together. And then the person said, oh, I don't have money right now, so let me think about. And then, like later on the same day, she said she looked on Facebook and the person had just bought like a $1,000 ticket to go to a show somewhere. So that really brings something that once she saw that, everything changed for her, because she understood that it has nothing to do with her work, with her services. And what it really happens is the decisions that people do in working with you or not working with you has nothing to do with how much you charge, how much you know, or where you are in your business. Most of the time has to do with the priority for these people in their lives. So what I really wanted you to understand is that anytime you undercharge your services because of fear of missing clients, because of fear of, oh, if I charge too much, then nobody's gonna work with me, right? Or you may have the mindset, if I charge too much, they're gonna go to the guy on the corner that charge less than me. And that is the biggest mistake you can do in your business. Charge little because with fear that other people charge less than you, the fear of comparison. Number 2, not charging enough with fear of not having any clients. And number 3 would be charging little because that way, you think you're gonna have a lot of clients if you charge little for your services. And this is the wrong way to think. And my intention here is that you open your head, your mind and your energy to think differently. And what you need to do instead of undercharge your services is, number 1, clear, right? And one way to clear those old beliefs, those emotions connected to money, a relationship with money, is the Akashic clearings that we offer, inside our programs. Those of you that actually wanted to do this for others, Legacy Accelerator is the way to go. You actually learn how to deliver a powerful group session to help people to shift old beliefs and what is holding them back. So the first thing to do that you need to do here is to see, what are those beliefs? What is your energy, your emotions connected to money? So we can start shifting that. Number 2, get out of the way. Anytime you are not offering your services, someone needs your service and you're not offering because you're afraid that they're going to judge how much you charge, because, whatever it is, you have to really understand that when you know who you are, when you're truly aligned with your mission, when you're truly, aligned with the transformation that you have to bring it to your clients, those that are ready for the transformation, that are ready to invest in themselves, that are ready to make that shift and that transformation that you offer in their life a priority, they will be like, how can I pay you? Is that credit card or check, right? But it's really, you really have to understand that when you're undercharging, you are attracting a level of energy, a level of people that may not be ready for the transformation that you have to bring it to them. So undercharging in order to have clients, in order to attract clients, is the wrong way to think. Remember, we're talking about you have to think differently. You have to feel differently. What you need to do is to, number one, create a package of transformation, right? Your own signature offer that will bring everything that you know, and not only that, your life experience. What did you, what is your biggie why you do the things that you do? Because that's what attracts people. It's not how you write, is not what you say, is not having the perfect blog or the perfect this or the perfect website. None of that matters. Like when you really truly aligned with who you are, and you just inspire through your energy, the right people will show up in your life. That was one of my biggest mistakes. When I started my business, I had this idea in my head that because English was my second language, that I had to be like super perfect. Everything has to be like, I had to hire like the perfect copy and the perfect this, and the coaches that I look for at the time, I would, instead of use my coaching time with something to expand my thinking, I would bring, my blog or things like that, right? And today I know that none of that matters. What matters is how you show up in your true authenticity, how you really transpire your energy, how you hold yourself, not only as a business owner, but how you bring 360-degree everything that you teach, you embrace for yourself, right? What you see here is what you get. I'm the same person in my trainings with my clients. I'm the same person in my family. And I know that the more I shifted into that, the more I attracted the most amazing people ready to do the work, ready to invest in themselves, and ready to expand their business. So let me know, let me get a feeling for you, the anchoring for you. Is that really anchoring for you, that most of the time when you're trying to, reflect in the price what you think that people can need from you, you're not thinking in the person that you really wanted to support, the person that you really wanted to attract in your services, in your business, right? Let's see. So thank you for the love and the heart. Let's see if there is anything else that I wanted to bring. The other thing too, when you charge more in your business, that is going to challenge you to show up differently, right? So think about the times that maybe if you do a service for you. I remember when I started long time ago, I think I took like a Reiki training. I don't even do Reiki anymore. I just find that the Akashic readings can go even more deeper. It's so much more powerful. But in the very beginning of my career, I did a little bit of Reiki, and I had this person that used to work with me, and she used to come for a weekly Reiki session. And I would already channel information and bring exercises and things for her to do to support her healing. And when she would come back in the following week, and I would ask, did you do it? And she was like, no, I didn't, right? So there is this other level of when you do your service for free, or when you are undercharging your services, you get people that they are not really, again, it's not really a priority for them. It's not really, they don't really put too much effort, because they're like, yeah, it's there, right? Yeah, it's, it's something that it's free. So there is an expression in Brazil that, free, you can even get like a shot in your head. That was before Botox, right? But there was this expression like, free, I get even a injection on my head, right? But it really, like, people just say like, yeah, sure, right? But they are not really ready for the transformation most of the time. They are not really ready to make that a priority. And when people invest money, their whole energy changes. I like to say that the transformation starts in the transaction. When you're not putting your money in, you're not full on and actually put all your energy and your whole self into the transformation that you want, right? So it's very, very different. the more you charge in your business, I'm not saying like, just go charge something that you cannot even concept that and then you're not going to be having any clients. It's not that. But the difference is so many people are like charging like, I don't know, like $99 for an hour session, right? And if you really understand like how, if you really have any strategy in practice in place to attract more clients, right? And and you understand like basic conversion, in order to have like, let's say you want to have $10,000 and you're charging $100 for your session, even go like you charge $200 a session and you want to make $10,000. So that means that you need to have about 500 clients, I guess. Not sure if my math is correct. You may have to have 500 clients in order to get $10,000. So in order to have 500 clients, that means you have to give like 100 sessions a week, right? Am I doing my math right? It feels like a lot, but it is a lot. Like whatever the math comes out to be. Now I'm curious. Let me see. Let me actually do a little. So 10,000 divided by 200. You need 50 clients. My math was wrong. So you need 50 clients, which means you would have to do 12 sessions a week, right? Besides the marketing, besides everything, all the connections you need to do to attract 50 clients, right? You need to have a system in place that is going to continue bringing those clients. And you're going to be working every month to attract new clients, right? So the reason that most people never get ahead is because they don't think ahead. If you instead of be charging like $200 for every single session, you understand, you really go through a training that helps you to create an offer. We have this for you in our trainings, really help you to bring all the gifts that you have so you can bring a transformation for your clients. And let's say you offer like a 3-month program for $2,000, right? To start very simple here. So what you do, all you need to do is to talk to 5 clients. Oh, look at the difference between talking to 5 people, having 5 clients that you can give a deeper support, that you can be there for them for the next 3 months, or have to find 50 clients that you don't even remember what their name is, right? So that's the difference. But in order for, this is the strategy. It's very simple. But even if you have a conversation, I created the whole strategy for you, I cannot guarantee that you're going to put into place, because there is a lot of things that are underneath here. Is like, is your self-worth, is your relationship with money, all those old agreements created that are holding you back from charging more, from showing up differently, from really on your value, right? So that is the reason that when you create the bigger packages, when you charge more for your services, and one thing that I say, you do 5 clients at that amount, then you gotta raise your rates. And the more you start doing that, the more you're going to attract people that are ready for the transformation, and different you are going to be showing up. You show up completely different when you have skin in the game. Your clients are going to show up completely different when they have skin in the game, and that will create the perfect match, and then you both are going to see amazing transformation in your life, right? So I trust that this today help you to shift how you're holding back. Let's see the anchorings. Good job doing the anchorings, and I want to make sure that everybody that is watching the replay, make sure to put your hashtag anchoring. Anchoring for Veta said, this is the thinking ahead I need to focus. Yes, you cannot make decisions in where you want to get based on today, right? I always share the question, what came to me this year. Throughout the year, I invested thousands and thousands, like over $100,000 in mentoring programs, in training, and every single one helped me to think differently, helped me to show up differently, and helped me to also, charge for my services a higher rate, because I'm investing in myself. Therefore, I will do the same, and I know how this made a huge difference in my business. And I know that when you're undercharging your services, you end up getting people that are not full in their own game. June said, show up on your true authenticity. That's great. That's awesome. What is the anchorings? Put hashtag anchoring. Unshakable trust in yourself is a paramount. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Vet did the math for me. Today my math was bad. 500 would be a lot, right? Yes, some of my clients don't do the work. I myself feel blocked to find myself not doing the work for myself either. Yes, so where can you up your game, Vet? Where I know, you need to shift. So she said, powerful message today. Beautiful. Awesome, awesome. Jasmine said, new perspective. Yes, clearing the clutter, so important. Deconstruct self-sabotage, the anchoring for Shannon. That's awesome. Very good. Self-worth, new mindset. Yes. Geronda said, stop undercharging. Yes. Right now, today, let's make... So think about that. How can you, can you double your services today? Can you create that package and start offering that package? And then the other thing important too, and Pooja said, anchoring, you need to value yourself, and then you'll be able to charge the right price. Exactly. Yes. Starts with yourself. If you're not valuing yourself, how it's always like, that the integrity piece is so important, right? If you're not investing yourself in your business, how do you expect that others are going to invest in themselves through you? So start that, start shifting how you're holding yourself. Start shifting how you are showing up, right? And you're gonna start noticing everything coming back. Noreen, hello. Noreen said, interesting, in my family there are not successful women. Yes. Then the men have held the money and given it to the sons and men. I'm realizing this may be giving you a shock. Absolutely. Absolutely. And there is an opportunity here too, Noreen, for you to be the one that breaks that cycle for those that come after you to serve as a model, right? And the awareness is the first step, and now it's shifting. So there may be a lot of unconscious agreements. And most of the time when you are, I've seen it over and over for myself, for my business, and also for my clients, there are moments in life, and this is actually one of the reasons that I went into, let's see if, gonna finish, I wanted to make this short today, but the reason that I went into first place into money coaching, as I shared, I did many certification in money, is because I myself, in the beginning, I was confused, because I come from a family where my mother family is what we call in Brazil like medium class, and my dad family was lower class in Brazil. So my grandfather had two twin sisters. He was from the Air Force, and he would make the twin sisters, he would push them to the parties for the military circle, so that they could meet a either son of military or someone in the same financial level that they were, for example, right? And then they went to a carnival party, and in that party my mom met my dad. And the thing is, my dad was not son of military, was not a cadet, like we say, the people that are going through school for military. He actually jumped the wall. So he sneaked in the party. He was, and then my mom, of course, met my dad, which I love my dad so much. For me, just like, my mom always said, I did not know how to find a husband, but unconsciously I knew how to give the best dad that you can have. And my dad passed away already, but we had the most amazing relationship. So for me, I believe that it completely shifted, the way I value myself, the way I show up in my work, in my family, in everything, because I had the lucky of have the dad that I had, right? But my dad was so it was like a completely different family, financial level. And me being highly sensitive, I could feel, when I was on my mom's side, I could feel the thoughts and the judgments from those with money about those without money. And then when I was in my dad's side, I would spend, my parents were divorced, and I would spend the weekends with my dad, and I could feel all the judgments and wait to see the people that had money. And I was in the middle, I'm like, I'm both, right? I have money, I don't have money. So because I was part of both, so I had both beliefs, and I created a very confused Patricia that I for many times before I moved to the United States, I had in Brazil a very high level job. I used to do marketing and design for like this chain of stores in Brazil. I would travel all over Brazil, But anytime there was a promotion, there was something like that, I would see myself sabotaging myself, because unconsciously I would dishonor my dead side, right? So for you to see like how, you know, complex our minds are in our relationship with money. So that led me into the path where I started as a money coach. I went to, you know, dive deep into really understand. And so I could actually pull that out and shift, and to really realize that how I was holding myself back, how I was most of the time undercharging and not valuing my worth. So I went through my own thing so I could be today supporting many. We have over 5,000 students in the many different programs that we offer in both Portuguese and English, and that came from everything, all the gifts, from working with money coaching, from the background in marketing, from going deep into having the Akashic Records Institute and have this perspective from the Akasha, that I can provide the service that completely transform people's lives. So the transformation, like when I show up, when I'm having a conversation with a client that want to work with me, you know, they can feel the trust, they can feel and see the possibilities for them. So in order for you to get there, there are a few layers that we have to work on in those old agreements, in the money mindset, and all this. But I trust that today will help you to anchor, and the awareness is going to start shifting things right for you. So love to see the anchoring. Keep them coming. If you do the anchor for a class that we did here on Tuesday and today, you have 2 chances to win. So play with us. And also, last reminder, make sure to put on your calendar. We start our powerful workshop, Energetic Business Breakthrough, inside the Facebook group on September 7. Invite your friends. Let's make a beautiful party and let's shift together. When you change, it's important that you invite your friends so they can shift their vibration. They can change too. Because if you change and the people around you have these old ways of being, these old mindsets, that can bring you down too. So bring your friends up so we can all shift the energy, raise the frequencies together. All right, guys. So have a beautiful day today, and I'll see you on Sunday. Sunday we have opening the energies for the week. Very powerful to support you every week. Reconnect and realign with your dreams, with your future self that already lives the reality that you desire, the identity that is going to help you to get there faster. We do this every Sunday. On Tuesday, we have our Akashic TV, where we talk about, sometimes there are healing sessions, sometimes there is trainings about the Akashic Records, sometimes I'm answering your questions, all Akashic Records related. And on Thursdays here in the Facebook group, sometimes on Instagram, make sure to come into the group Energetic Business Breakthrough. That's when we come and talk about powerful concepts that may be keeping you stuck in your business. And let's week by week support you to anchor this energy behind creating successful business. And those of you that want to work deeper with us, we have 2 powerful mentoring programs. One of them is the Legacy Accelerator, where you learn how to do powerful launches just like this one by leveraging group healings. Akashic clearings, you get certified as a global healer, so you can do the same Akashic clearings that I do, and that change the lives of so many people. I cannot do it by myself, and that's why we teach that inside the Legacy Accelerator. And we also have a Akashic Records training program, those of you interested in become certified on that. So if you have questions, shout out hashtag Cine. Cine is my superstar, that community lover here, give you big virtual hugs. So just put hashtag Cine if you have questions of how we can work together for a whole year, and Cine is gonna share more with you. Have a beautiful week, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye. Bye guys.